It's wintertime in Canada, which means the roads are garbage, which means there's spray and windshields getting dirty and whatnot. This is my 2005 Frontier, and these squirty things right here are supposed to put wet stuff up on there, and they're not. So it's very difficult to see. So today, we're gonna take this wheel off. And I don't think you have to, but I'm going to because I don't want to work around it. And then we're gonna take this plastic thing off, and I'm hoping to find a pump right up in here. And hopefully that's the problem, because that would be a relatively easy fix. If it's not, then I suppose it could be a switch, possibly a relay. I don't even know if there's a relay that exists for that. It could be wires. It could be a lot of stuff, but I'm hoping for pump because, you know, I just don't want to chase the rest of it very bad. So we're going to get into this. First order of business, wheel off. Second order of business, we're heading to the parts store to get a pump. Third order of business, we'll see where we're at, basically, at that time. And I don't make these videos to give advice because I'm not that good. I just make them because, well, life is life. And I'm bored and I want my kids to see you could probably do it. But if you're doing it, take all the screws out. Up across the edge here, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, right up under this edge. Not that many. There's one down under here too. You'll figure it out. And then sometimes you'll have fasteners in here, but you know, this is obvious. It's an old truck and it'll come off. You can do it, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I don't know you, but probably. And there's the culprit that we're looking for. Now it appears it's been replaced before with the proper connectors, no doubt, as you can tell. So that could get cute later. And there is a big old crack right down the side of it. I'm thinking that's probably not good. So, well, I guess it's time to drain some fluid and go shopping, probably. Okay, we're gonna drain this fluid off. As long as it doesn't get windy, we're good to go. And there it is. It's a simple little rig. It just pulls out of that hole, nice and gentle like. And thanks to the aftermarket wiring, I'm not really sure what we're gonna do, but for now, we're gonna go get the other one, test it, and probably, you know, do this job the right way and just, yeah, cut those wires off, a little bit of tape, you know how it is, allegedly. I'm hoping that means the pump's the problem, you know? Because that'd be a pretty simple fix, and I like simple fixes. I really do. Anyway, now you know where the pump is, what it looks like, and we're gonna go try to rob one from the parts store. It's a snowy day here in eastern Canada. We're on the way to the parts store. I've only flown and eaten it once. Apparently there's ice under that snow. But it occurred to me I should inform you that what I call the parts store is an old vehicle inside this old barn. So when I say we're gonna go rob something from the parts store, you know, it's in there. And there's what we came for. Time to start draining. Now, while this is draining, we got some pondering to do, because see, this particular flavor is the make it go to the front or make it go to the back style pump. We only need to make it go to the front pump. So I'm not actually sure if we can make this work or not, but this hose was on there, it makes it go to the back. This hose was on there, it makes it go to the front. If the connector's the same, we might just be able to, you know, plug one off, right? Sure. Okay, you can see the old pump, we haven't dealt with it yet, and the new pump held in place. We'll address this in a minute. Why not now? Look, I didn't have a plug. This one has one output because there's no rear washer. This one has two outputs because there is a rear washer. So, I didn't have a plug. We just made a loop on the rear side. And I mean, if it works, is it really a dumb idea? Now, I'm gonna go in and hit the switch and just see if we can hear that. So listen close. Tell me if you hear it. I don't know if you heard it, but I heard it. So there you go. Okay, I've got the old pump cut out of there. And all I did was just cut the wires, and they end right about here somewhere. A little bit of shrink tube. Because if it's not broken, you know, you're not trying hard enough. No, if it's not broken, why would I try to fix it? Plus, somebody was in here. They used a little ingenuity. I want to honor that and just leave a little memory. And I might have to be back in here again with the wrong pump. And I might need those wires someday, you know? So why mess with it? That's what I'm getting at. We're just going to leave it right like that. Now, hopefully this pumps fluid and doesn't blow air bubbles in the tank, because that would be counterproductive. But we're going to put her together. We're going to try it out. And if it works, I'm quite happy. Should get me through the winter. Like, this right here tells me that I've probably been in here before. I mean, I don't remember being in here before, but evidence suggests, anyway, that if it works, is it really a dumb idea thing, by the way? I've heard that somewhere, some YouTuber. It's not my thing, but the question remains, you know, if it works, is it really a dumb idea? Okay, moment of truth. We've got our don't need rear washer setup going. We've got our need the front one to work going. It clips in here. Not sure why that was unclipped. We're gonna put some fluid in it. Not a lot, because, well, I'm not that optimistic, but we want to see if it works. We also, you know, went ahead and refurbished the looming on the wiring harness while we were here. Why not? It should, yeah, everything should go great, I think. Hopefully the windshield is wet. Question on my mind is, will it wash the windows? Okay, as it turned out, it would not wash the windows first try, but this time, there it is. Lovely. I'll show you what was wrong. Remember how this was a make it go to the back and the front pump? This loop was over here. This was over here. Anyway, when I turned it on, it just went round and round and round the loop and blew bubbles in the tank. So we just moved this here and this here, and the window is clean. And I'm happy. Works for me if it works for you. There we go. It worked. A recycled water pump off a parts Pathfinder. Not this one. That's the one I like. The one at our parts store in the barn. With a loop plumbed into it to negate the rear. And, you know, a little trial and error. And the window's getting clean. And I didn't really make this as an instructional video. There's guys out there way better. And I mean that, way more qualified than me to teach you about, well, anything. It's basically just videos I make for myself, someday for my kids, so they can see, you know, Dad stayed busy. And you probably can do it. Like, maybe if you got a few tools, a little bit of time, and a little bit of don't quit. It didn't even take a lot. This is an easy job. But you got a little don't quit. You can probably figure it out. Give it a shot. You might surprise yourself.